Although I'll warn you, his opinion of you isn't very high. Okay. He's gonna be real surprised when he sees me. Oh? I'll take you to his room. Follow me.
On the other hand, he might help us.
Maybe.
If
he's like sassy.
Crouchy old man.
I was able to get off easier than I thought. I followed her to this stranger's room.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's totally my grandkid.
Once she leaves, she'll be like, now what were you doing?
Yeah. She dropped me off and then left on her way. Oh, do I have to meet him? Well, I guess I'm stuck here. If she sees me looking through the halls again, no doubt she'll be suspicious. I should stay here for a while. I'm sure Twyla will message me if she needs something. Or wait, needs me, or if it's time to go anyways. Why is it so hard to talk today?
I'm not sure Twyla will.
I don't think Twyla will. I think she'll leave me. I think she'll be like, okay, sweet, bye, we got our stuff. Take off, chauffeur. I pulled out a stool and sat across from the old man in front of me. I guess I ought to introduce myself. Wait. Wait. This game contains themes and depictions of the following: stalking, kidnapping, strong language, mild drugs, alcohol, and smoking, blood, murder, suicide, flashing images, and potentially loud noises.
Discretion is advised.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Ah! Look at him. Hello, sir. Wait, this guy is sassy? I don't get sassy vibes from him. Hello, Mr. Ed?
Huh? Who's there?
Hello, Mr. Ed. It's very nice to meet you. I hope this isn't too awkward.
Sorry, let me turn my hearing aid up.
Old people.
Blind as a bat, and already losing my hearing too. Alright, now come again, who is this?
It's me, your grandkid, Mary.
I ain't had a visitor in forever.
I'm your granddaughter. We don't know each other. I feel like I should be honest. Don't you think? Wouldn't he be like, oh, I don't have a grandkid named Mary?
I don't know. It's whether or not we think that he would help us in our charade.
I feel like it's not that odd for random people to visit retirement homes, right? Like, don't students and, like,
yeah, but usually there's a whole process.
Being like, hey, guys, tomorrow the students are coming.
That and, there's usually, like, let me introduce you and stuff. Or it's everyone's in the common room. Just from when I went to...
So, do you think I should lie then?
I don't know.
I just feel like that would be pretty obvious that I'm not his grandkid.
I feel like being honest
is better.
Probably.
Okay.
Just because Mary
doesn't lie well.
And she's very charismatic.
Mm-hmm. Right, because even at the funeral we befriended.
She'd be able to, get him to help her.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We don't know each other.
No?
I mean, I'm sorry. I really don't recognize you from anywhere. And I'm sure you don't recognize me. Unless you also like cemeteries, maybe.
I can't say I do. But with eyes like mine, you can't say I recognize anyone anymore.
Hold on. I'm Mary. I don't think you heard me say it earlier, but it's very nice to meet you.
Ed, it's a pleasure to meet you too.
Well, this is nice. I'm sorry. I really don't know... Wait. I don't really know what to talk about.
Well, for starters, why don't you tell me why you're here? Seems a little suspicious to get a sudden visitor I don't know.
Yes, Ed, you got this. You are completely correct. I don't know if I should.
Why is that? You're not up to anything bad, are you?
Oh, no, not at all. In fact, I'm here for a good reason. And with a friend, too. Well, she's not with me now, but she saw me getting in trouble with a nurse, and I made sure she didn't get in trouble as well. I thought... Oh, wait. Though, I guess I was kind of able to get myself out of trouble, too, so it's okay.
Ha! The nurses are a bunch of hard asses.
Oh, heck yeah! It's a rebel! Okay, we're good. He's gonna help me. I think I made a good choice. Oh, my.
What? It's true. Acting like they gotta baby us all the time. Let me tell you, just because I'm wearing diapers doesn't mean that I'm a baby.
Yeah. I see. Are they really so annoying?
Oh, do you know... Wait.
Do you know it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird way of phrasing it.
Don't get me wrong here, there's a few sweethearts, but wowee! Some of those folks need to take a... What's it called? Chill pill?
Yes, Ed.
Yeah, one of those.
I'm sure they just want to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah. I get it. I'm sure it ain't any easy job. I feel like my voice is all over him.
Yeah, that's okay. My voice changes all the time for Twyla.
But it's a bit hard. It's because I'm really close to crowing and I'm trying to stay out of crowing.
Okay.
It's a bit hard being around them acting so strictly all the time. Try to go deeper, maybe?
I don't know. Whatever's comfortable.
Even when they don't need them to be.
How do you mean?
Well, they ain't always nicest company, that's all.
Do you not enjoy their company?
Well, it isn't awful, but I'd much rather hang around friends and family and people of the like.
That makes sense. Well, why can't you? Oh.
They're dead.
Oh. I'm so sorry for your loss. Are you okay?
It happens to all of us.
That's so sad.
Well, my friends seem to have lasted as long as I did.
And your family?
Well, they ain't dead. Most of them ain't. But may as well be.
Oh, no! Why do you say that?
Hell, they never come to visit me. Only show up to visit at my old home when my wife died. None of them wanted to take care of me because of who would, right? Stuck me in here fastest chance they got.
Poor Ed. I mean, to be fair, we don't know what their family dynamic is, but still, aw.
Sorry.
Oh.
Tad rude of me.
No.
I shouldn't be talking like that. Some of them were actually called to say they would visit soon. So...
I'm sorry. That's really sad.
Oh, Phooey, don't worry about that. I guess it's just expecting when you're old. People see less and less the older you get.
I know this is sudden, but you mentioned your wife died? May I ask you some things? About your wife? If that's alright. Mary, I don't know if this is the time or place to be trying to investigate. But please?
Sure.
When did she die? How did she die? How did she die? I feel like when did she die doesn't really matter. Does it? I feel like how did she die is more pertinent to, like, figuring out if it's connected.
Yeah.
How did she die? How did she die?
You know, it wasn't so long ago. Don't even remember.
Okay, so it was a long time ago. Long ago? I see. Did she pass peacefully at least? Oh, I'm sorry. Was that too harsh? Or brass? I don't know. I went with harsh. my eyes saw it.
I hope it was peaceful.
Aww.
She deserved only the best, the sweetheart she was.
Oh no.
I hope. If they're not visiting me, they better be visiting her.
Huh? Who? Your wife?
Who else? Being in my state, I can't visit her.
Is he talking about her grave?
Probably.
Okay.
Those children of mine better be paying their respects. And giving her the company I can't.
I'll do it, and Cemetery Mary on the case. Actually, this may sound very strange, but I think I've met her before. In the cemetery?
Hmm?
Well, I live very close to a cemetery, and, I like to make sure that every person has at least a flower. Well, that's true. She probably knows the name, the last name. With whatever it was. With...
It was like Wraithword.
Wraithword. Your last name. It seemed familiar to me. I think I've met her before. So I can reassure you that she hasn't been forgotten.
Is that so? You really do that?
I have a nickname and everything.
For someone you don't even know?
Well, yeah. I believe that people always deserve respect, even after passing. And if you feel she's not getting enough, well, I'm more than happy to be able to provide. And I can visit you too! Like here. You said that your family doesn't visit you enough, right? Well, I'm sure I can take time to visit you here. And maybe I'll be able to take you to visit your wife, too. Sorry, I got a bit weird there, didn't I?
I'd like that.
Oh my gosh, Mary! You would... Wait, you really... Wait. Why is this so hard for me today? You would really? I'm so glad then. Before I could say much else, a nurse popped in to check on us. Wait. Hello. How's everything going in here? Everyone doing okay? Oh, yes, thank you. Glad to hear it. Well, I've come to bring you your special lunch, Ed.
Lunchtime already?
Oh my gosh, if something happens to... I don't know why, but all of a sudden that nurse gave me, like... If something now happens to Ed, I'm gonna be quite sad. I just met him, but...
I see, thank you.
The nurse pulled out one of those folding tables and placed down a tray of food for Ed. Ed sipped a spoon of soup and coughed. I immediately began to worry if he was choking, but then... I was kidding!
Well, we do need someone to test out the book of how to talk to dogs.
No!
We haven't met Dio in this one.
Oh, what's happening? Ed? Oh dear, oh my! Don't worry, it will be fine. I need to call for help, that's all. I saw the nurse reach over and pull out what looked like a walkie-talkie. She scrambled to get it working as she voiced that there was an emergency. Before I knew it, the nurses started to flood the room as I was pushed out by them. I tried to look over to see what was happening, but it was no use. No, I was like, antifreeze? Again? But I don't know. I don't think that makes you cough up blood. Okay, sorry. I tried to look over to see what was happening, but it was no use. There were too many of them, and I was also too short to see past. I felt a tight feeling in my throat as I nervously fiddled with my hands. I don't know what happened. I tried to listen in, but all the nurses were talking and panicking at once. It was hard. I think I heard something about an ambulance, but I couldn't be sure. I wasn't sure what to do next, but then... Twyla? Yeah. Twyla! There you are! Hey. What's going on in there? The man! The guy! Use your words, Mary. The guy in there! He started choking, and now a bunch of nurses are in there trying to fix it. That was blood! Right? That was not... Unless it was like tomato soup, I guess. But... I think I heard one of them call for an ambulance. Really? Lucky break for us, then. Huh? Well, if they're in there, we can snoop even further without getting caught. Twyla! He's having an emergency! Yeah, and... What if it's the work of the butcher? Think about it. Maybe this is because the butcher really decided to strike here today. Maybe they're still around, and maybe we could catch them or something they left behind. Twilight, please? Come on, who knows how much time we have? You may let this opportunity go to waste, but I won't. If you're not going to look with me, then just wait outside until I'm done. I'm looking whether you like it or not. Twilight, no! Clearly she runs off or something. I had no choice. I had to follow Twyla. I didn't want her doing something even worse. Luckily, most of the doors she tried were locked anyways. But when she tried to get into the kitchen, before she could step inside, I reached out and tried to pull her back. She was insistent on getting in. Twyla, stop it! Mary! Let go, Mary. I need to look. I saw something in here earlier, but I couldn't get a close enough look until now. Get off! So get off before you get on my nerves. You said you wouldn't be like this. Twyla, this is going too far! It's not like we're real police or detectives or something. We're trespassers. We don't know how long everyone will be gone for. And also, if it is indeed poison or something, they might come look in the kitchen and be like, oh, whose fingerprints are these?
The stove looks like it's on.
It does, yeah. What if somebody comes back and sees us in here, we'll get in big trouble. Please! It's not worth it. You're right. Fine. Let's go. Oh, I kind of expected her to run in there, actually. I let go of Twyla and we started back down the hall. Though, from the corner of my eye, I swear I saw her rush in real quick. But then when I turned around, she was right behind me. So, I want to believe she didn't do anything underhanded. That scared me. So I took out her phone and made sure her chauffeur was on his way. I hadn't even realized it had already gotten near the time we had planned to leave. We stepped out of the building and onto the soft sunshine. I felt so strange having the scene so peaceful out here as compared to the chaos going on inside. Worry still swelled in my chest, but I assured myself that they had everything under control as we sat on the curb and waited for our ride. We didn't say much. I was fine with that. Before I knew it, our ride showed up and we crawled into the back seat. As we drove off, I noticed the ambulance, sirens blaring, pull into the front of the home. My heart sank once again. Poor Ed. I, like, jinxed it. During our ride, I looked over to Twyla. She seemed to be texting like crazy on her phone. She seemed frustrated. Interesting. This is all very interesting. That was probably my fault, I figured, so I tried to make sure I was still on her good side. Twyla? Are you mad at me? I'm sorry, I don't think I'm as cut out for this as you'd like me to be. It's fine. I'm not upset. You're sure? Yeah. I collected a lot of information from there. I'll have to go over it when I analyze my findings later. Oh, I'm glad then. The rest of the ride was mostly quiet until she asked where I wanted to be dropped off. As my go-to, I told her to drop me off at the cemetery. She called me a weirdo, but dropped me off there anyways. The rest of my day was pretty uneventful after that, but I really am thankful for that. I don't know what I would have done if had something else awful happened. I went home at my usual time and carried on as normal. I don't know what to take from all that, you know? Like, it's weird that something happened when we went there, which, again, makes me kind of suspicious of Twyla, but it doesn't make sense that it would be Twyla, right? Yeah. So, I don't know. Where were you today? You're not already here, are you?
Why do you think I am?
Because something bad happened today.
Uh-huh. And what was that?
I don't know if I should tell you.
Then how would I know what you're talking about?
He's got a point. There was an emergency today, never mind. I feel like I should tell him, right? What?
None.
Oh. Don't you think?
Sure.
I mean, what would never mind? That would just shut down the conversation. I don't think this guy would be the butcher. I definitely feel like there's a third party that we don't know. I just can't figure out who it would be. Or why. Like, why are they killing old people? I don't get it. There was an emergency today. I went somewhere today. And while I was there, someone started having a medical emergency. They called an ambulance, and I was told I should leave.
I see. Sorry you had to go through that. By any means, I hope you may feel better about what happened soon. Try not to think about it too much. And get a good night's sleep.
I always try to.
Good night, Mary.
Oh, that was so short. It had been a few days since I last talked to Twyla. Well, I mean, I had been talking to her, but she isn't the easiest to hold a conversation with. Unless she wants to talk about the butcher, there's really nothing we have to talk about. And things regarding it have been pretty quiet lately. On my end, at least. I don't know what Twyla's doing, or if she's found anything. I feel like she doesn't really trust me. That's fair. I don't trust her. I mean, I think Mary does, but I don't. But, well, that's fair. Ha! We don't really know each other too well. But maybe she'll start to trust me the more we work together. That's how friendship works, right? Anyways, I'm spending today at home like I've been. Going out is nice, but I need a little break every once in a while, too. Not Crowan, though, apparently. He always leaves the house, even when it's not a nice day. He stays out all day, too, so it can get pretty lonely when he's not around. But it's not so bad. I've been able to keep myself pretty entertained.
We're going to read the book.
Yeah. I started reading that book that the old bookstore owner gave me. When I saw the title, How to Talk to Ghosts, I figured it was, well, figurative. I thought it would be some spooky story with a clever title, but to my surprise, it is written as more of an instructional guide. It's very interesting to read, and I'm curious as to how they got this information. Anyways, as previously mentioned, ghosts exist on a different plane of existence. That much is obvious. Yet, they can communicate with us, despite their existing on a separate layer from ours. We see time and time again their attempts to reach us. Perhaps it is because they are angry. Perhaps it is because they are lonely. Does each ghost exist on their own, or do spirits share a realm with one another, expanding and everlasting? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Or is there only purgatory, stretching for miles beyond what we can comprehend? These questions I cannot yet answer, for if I could, I wouldn't be here writing this right now, would I? But there is a question I have been able to answer. Since ghosts can make contact with us, I often wondered, could we contact them? Sure, you've heard of psychics and mediums and whatnot, but that is only half of what I'm talking about. Being born with an innate ability is a factor, of course, but I wanted to delve deeper than that. Despite where they may exist, they can only clearly affect things in our realm. They can reach us, and like one-way glass, I know they can see us. But what if we could see them? It is not enough to hear them. I want to see them, to travel to where they are. I believe that when you die, perhaps your soul can become unrestricted. But what if we could accomplish the opposite? What if a living being had the ability to unrestrict itself before death? Perhaps this sounds like crazy to... Oh. My phone is ringing. Hello? Hi. Oh, hi, Twilight. Did you need something? No. Well, kind of. Remember how we went to the side the other day? Yeah, of course. Why? Do you happen to remember the name of the guy you talked to? You mean Ed? Yes, but his last name also. How do you say that?
Wraithword?
Wraithword. Thank you.
It's like a wraith.
Wraithword. Wraithword. Oh! I was sure I had it right, but I wanted to... Wait, I just wanted some confirmation. Oh, okay. Is there anything else you need from me? Or him? I mean, you did call instead of text, so... Oh. That was just to ensure I got an immediate response. Oh, well, okay. If you need any more information on him, I'm going to visit him this weekend, so... In the cemetery? No, in the retirement... Ed's dead. Ed's dead. Mary. You know he died, right? Huh? I mean, I figured you kept on top of all that stuff. You didn't know? He died the day that we went. Guess the emergency he had was serious after all. It also seems the butcher could have been there when we were. That's why I was looking more into it just now. I hope you weren't too attached. I mean, I did just meet him, but still, yeah, I was getting pretty attached. He had a very sad story. I'll talk to you later. Okay, so you're telling me the butcher just happened to be there the exact same day that we were there? That's kind of weird, don't you think? I don't get it. I was heartbroken. The butcher could have been there? Was it because of us? Because we were investigating them? How would they know that, though? I don't know who it could be. I really don't. Like I said, I feel like it's somebody that we haven't been introduced to. So I feel like in part, that's part of the reason why I can't figure it out. But it is weird that it happened the exact same day.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like the game is trying to make me think that it's Twyla, but it really doesn't make sense for it to be Twyla. So, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But if Twyla's right, then I guess technically he or she or them, whatever, has been killing people there. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's just like we just happen to be there. Why are you laughing? Were they on our trail? Did Ed die because I had trouble sleeping that night. And I made sure to stop by the cemetery every day, finding out as much information as I could. If he really did die because I wasn't going to miss his funeral. Shows up to Ed's funeral. Normally, when I put flowers on graves, especially new ones I haven't seen before, I bring flowers I grew myself. Buying them can get expensive, and it feels more genuine to grow my own. But I had just been growing a new batch. I didn't have any new flowers I could bring. So I took all the little buds I could gather and wrapped them up and invited myself in. Wouldn't you know, his funeral was the same day I was planning on visiting him? Isn't it funny how life works out? Wow, look at all the redheads. I was like, I feel like this might be kind of awkward, you know. His family probably knows everyone, but never mind.
Very large family.
Very large family. All redheads. Strong genes. This is sad. Okay. I normally don't cry at funerals. I mean, at least the ones where I don't know the person well. But I had to cry now. I had no choice but to cry. All I could think about was him sitting there in his room talking about how lonely he was. That is really sad. Where were all of you? She started yelling at everybody. Who was supposed to be there that day? Because it wasn't me. How could no one ever come to visit him? Well, they came to visit now. That's always, like, the thing, right? You don't do social media, but on, like, Tumblr, that was, like, a thing, you know? It's, like, 0 friends, and then it's a funeral, and there's a bunch of people there, and it's like, where are you? Anyway. He wasn't alone now, right? Well, yeah, he's with his wife. I didn't talk to any of his family, and they didn't talk to me. And I was fine with that. I didn't want to explain my reason for being there. The overwhelming sense of guilt was enough weight on my shoulders. Mary, it's not your fault! I seriously doubt that Ed was murdered purely because we were there. It seems like there's a lot of circumstantial stuff going on. I didn't want to have to explain it to them, too. I normally don't like to outlast family members at their own funerals, but I couldn't help it this time. I had to stay. I had to stay as long as I could to somehow possibly make up for what I may have caused. Family members dwindled, and eventually they all left. I'm sure they were confused that I didn't, but I didn't want to move from this spot even when you tried to drag me.
With that many people, I don't know if they realize you aren't
family.
I
know, that was a lot of people. That was a lot.
Especially since you do have red hair.
Mm-hmm. I'm just somebody's niece's grandkid or something. Ed. I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve this. I'm so sorry. This might be my fault. No, Mary, it's not your fault. Maybe
she don't fall asleep.
Maybe she was right. Shh, don't spoil it. Maybe if I had helped her more. Twyla? Is she talking about Twyla? Because Twyla did not care about Ed. She made that abundantly clear. Or we had worked quicker, maybe maybe your family came to visit, you know? Just like you wanted them to. They still seem to miss you a lot. So I hope you know that they were thinking of you. And your wife. You're right next to her, you know? I had been leaving her flowers for so long. And I hope you know that. I was taking care of her this whole time. So I'm sure she wasn't lonely. And maybe you won't be either. Now that you're beside her. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say other than I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I must have been really exhausted. The guilt I was feeling and how much I cried. I didn't even remember falling asleep. Da 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 da.
How much longer do you want to go?
Well, it's only, normally we go half an hour, don't we?
Really?
I had just been leaning against the gravestone crying. And then the next thing I knew...
Not necessarily with Cemetery Mary, which is why I was...
Oh, okay then. I guess we can leave
we
it.
don't have to.
No, we should. This is a good cliffhanger. Okay. All right, everybody. That's where we're going to save for today. Collectively, they're all like, no. Too bad. You'll have to wait and see what happens next. But yeah, anyway, I guess I'll hit save first. What page are we on? 5, 6. New page. Boop. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this mystery. I am so confused, though. I don't know if that wasn't abundantly clear, but I am so confused. I want, criminals. What's the word I'm looking for? Suspects. I want suspects. But I have none. I mean, it could be, as simple as, is it one of the nurses? We don't know who's, a chef, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's the thing. We're investigating, but we have, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I wish Twyla would, talk to us more. Because she kind of seems to know. She seems to know more than she's letting on. Yeah. Especially, whoever she was texting with. Mm-hmm. Which makes me wonder... I wouldn't imagine it would be Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I love this game. I hope you guys are enjoying this game as well. And if so, you can look forward to us playing more next Friday. Did I hit the wrong thing? Oh, I did. I did hit the wrong thing. Anyway, you guys can look forward to us playing more next Friday. Monday, we should be streaming again. We got the game that is now going to be a surprise. It's here. It works. We're good to go. I feel like I hyped it up way too much, though. And I was like, oh, it's a game, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a fun game. I'm hoping it's going to be a fun game. But, yeah, if you're curious about that, come check that out. Pokemon Wednesday. If that's nothing you're, interest, then just come back Friday. And we'll play more Cemetery Mary. But anyway, I will see you guys then. And until then, bye-bye!